welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Ming and this is
Boba drinking BJ Wong.
Okay, so today's video is going to be a special video. We're going to try out different boba tea places and let you know which places serves the best boba tea. Are you excited?
Ready.
Okay, so we're gonna try out some of the most popular ones that are like everywhere. It's kind of like a chain store, such as Kung Fu Tea, Gong Cha, Tealicious, and we're also gonna try some of the smaller ones that are more local in San Antonio, Texas. So before we start, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe and comment down below what's your favorite boba tea places and what are your favorite boba tea drinks. We're gonna go to different places and we're going to order one of the most like original flavor that I always have, like something that most of the places they share in common. Most of the places they have that drink, and we're gonna try one of their specialty drink that they put like on like best seller, like the best place, the best tea in their place. Today we drove all the way here to Gong Cha first. It's not close, and also there's like the parking was so full. I don't know if it's because of the nail bar or the burger place next door, but like
we parked at Raising Cane's instead.
We parked so far away, so like I hope it's good. And I've had Gong Cha before, but it's been a while. Last time I had it was 3 to 4 years ago, and we were in Houston. So I'm super excited. Let's get in there.
I got Earl Grey milk tea with pudding and herbal jelly.
I got a regular oolong milk tea hot with no sugar.
50% sugar for me. First impression, I can definitely tell that this was Earl Grey tea.
I like
Very
Earl Grey.
Strong. Good flavor. I think the jellies are pretty good, honestly. They give you a decent amount of egg pudding, and I like how they let you choose how much ice.
Mine was like, okay. I do think Gong Cha, they have pretty good tea. And their flavors are pretty much like consistent. It doesn't have any weird taste. And you know, sometimes when you go to different boba tea places, you don't know what creamer they're using. And sometimes there's like a weird taste, or sometimes the tea is not in good quality. Like sometimes the tea flavor is like a little bit artificial. So I do think their teas are actually pretty legit. Like if you're a tea drinker, you just want some like milk tea, tea with cream, I do think it's a pretty good place for you to get some legit tea with like milk and stuff. But overall, my experience was a little bit disappointing. The biggest reason why I go to boba is because I love the tapioca pearls. That's why it's called boba tea. It's like you go there for the boba. The first thing I didn't like was the person never asked like me if I wanted to add any toppings. So I thought they're gonna add toppings, but after he ordered his tea, which comes with 3 toppings, they ask him like, oh, we're out of boba, you have to wait for 15 minutes. I was like, okay, if you're out of boba, let me choose one. So I chose the heart jelly. I actually really like the jelly, but the heart shape was just so hard for me to drink from the straw. And to me, the heart jelly just doesn't go with the traditional milk tea. I think boba goes well with the traditional milk tea. I do appreciate that the person told us like, if you want boba, it's a 15-minute wait. But we did wait for 15 minutes for our drinks. It took 15 minutes basically even to get our drinks, and I didn't get the boba I want. So I think we're gonna go to another boba tea shop on the same day today, just because I really wanted a boba. And I just felt like as a boba tea place, I'm not saying like all Gong Cha is better or something, like this is like definitely a new store. I just want to give like a feedback to the store that like if you're opening a boba tea place, I think the most important thing is to have that boba available. They do have really good tea flavor, which I think it's worth it, but I just didn't want to drive for 20 minutes all the way here, wait for 10 minutes to order, and then another 15 minutes for my drink, and after this 45 minutes I don't get my boba. And I used to work at a Chinese restaurant. They're also the quick ones and they taste just as good. So back in the days when I worked in the restaurant, like we will boil the quick ready boba. Like it only takes about 5 minutes for us to get the boba ready. So I felt like if I have any feedback for this particular Gong Cha is that I wish that the owner can just buy some of the quick ones, and then like if they're out, they can quickly just boil them, and then so that the customers, they don't feel like disappointed. And another thing, I would say that their menu is kind of small compared to a lot of the other stores, because we're looking for like a specialty drink. And the only one that I felt like it was kind of special was their sesame drink, but since there's no boba, I was gonna order 3 drinks, but then since they don't have boba, I decided not to purchase an additional. But the tea is good, and he actually likes the pudding, milk pudding.
Yep, I normally don't get boba anyway.
Yeah,
so.
he normally doesn't get the boba, he gets the egg pudding, but I actually really like that traditional black tapioca pudding. Tealicious Cafe. Let's try out this place. Hopefully they have boba. Alright guys, we just came back from Tealicious. I do want to give them a shout out. Our drinks came out within like
30
minutes.
seconds.
It's like maybe 2 to 3 minutes top.
Not even 2 minutes.
It was so fast.
Heck yeah.
And then for my hot drinks, they did give me a spoon, just so like if I don't drink with this, then I can use the spoon. So I do appreciate that. And I got the coconut black milk tea with cream, no sugar, with tapioca hot. How about you?
Tapioca cream tea with egg pudding, actually. Egg pudding, and it came with boba for free.
Oh,
I didn't even ask for boba.
Oh yeah, so their boba is basically like, I don't know if it's for free.
Shit didn't just
but
say on there.
It's basically like
included.
And it's so fast, and they have a variety of drinks. They also have like regular like smoothies
hundreds of drinks. That's why I like this place.
I don't know if it's 100.
Oh, it's hundreds. They got hundreds of freaking options.
But their packaging is not as fancy as Gong Cha. Like this one is thinner, this one is shorter, but it's actually like wider. So I think it's actually the same amount, but Gong Cha gives it this like fancy visual effect versus like this is just like a normal.
And this was cheaper. This is only $1.
Which one?
$4.50.
The Tealicious?
Yeah, it's like $4.50.
Yeah, Tealicious like so much cheaper than Gong Cha. Like $1 cheaper in each drink, I think.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
For boba, that's a lot.
Yeah, I think $1 cheap. Their tea taste is not as strong as the Gong Cha. Like I think they're heavier on the cream, but their tea is not as strong. What do you think?
Agreed.
I do like those like places like Gong Cha because it's like more traditional. Like Tealicious is more like a fun drink, but I really appreciate the short wait time and the fact that they gave you boba.
But the tea flavor is not very good.
Yeah, it's not as good.
Not as good. It's not strong. It's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's okay, but I know it's not as good tasting as far as tea is concerned. The boba also, in my opinion, I don't like it when it's like the small little pellets like this. I like the bigger bobas. This is like small mini bobas. But overall, not bad. For the price, for the convenience, I'd rather go to Tealicious than Gong Cha.
So compare Gong Cha and Tealicious, which one would you rather to go?
Tealicious. It's cheaper, it's faster, and it's basically the same.
Yeah, except for the tea flavor is not as
Right, it's not as
strong and fresh.
It's not as strong, but I'm not willing to wait 30 minutes and pay 20% more.
I was just mad that like I didn't get boba because I was so excited for the boba tapioca pearls. I buy boba tea for it because I can make tea at home. I can make the best milk tea at home. I can buy the most expensive black tea or oolong tea and then put cream in there. But to make boba at home, it's just like I have to first boil the boba, which takes about 5 minutes. It's not too long. But then I have to soak them into like some syrup, and then I have to. And every time I make boba, we don't drink all of them, and then I just waste the rest. So I just felt like, I might as well just go grab some.
But overall, Tealicious.
Alright guys, today we're gonna try the Kung Fu tea. This is also a national or international chain store for boba. Let's get in. Ooh, milkshakes.
I'm gonna go with cocoa cream.
My friend Harrison loves the Oreo wow. You can order ahead. Let's go. Oh, 100% score. Let's go. Alright guys, so we just went to Kung Fu Tea and now we got our boba for Kung Fu Tea. So Kung Fu Tea is actually a chain. I know it's like available in a lot of states. It's like one of the most popular chains in the USA, I believe. So we got two drinks. One is more of traditional original flavor and one is their specialty drink. So what drink did you get?
Cocoa cream original. Wow milk.
Oh, you got the cocoa cream wow. So the wow drink, they have this special colors. It's like, wow, that looks so pretty. I just thought it looked so pretty. And mine is actually coconut milk tea hot with no sugar but with boba. How long did it take to make the drink?
Pretty quick.
It was like 5 minutes, I think.
Fast.
I like my drink. Like their hot drink is actually hot. You know, like when I had ordered my hot drink in Gong Cha and Tealicious, they're hot but not like hot coffee type of hot. But at Kung Fu, like most of the times I would say, we love Kung Fu a lot, and their hot drinks is actually like hot. Like I love that hot drink in winter seasons. How about you?
I think theirs is good. They have better boba here. Tastes good. Their
Really?
boba is real good here.
Compared to where?
Compared to the other two, Gong Cha and Tealicious, this place's boba is way better.
Oh, this tastes good. This is like milk chocolate type of thing.
I think there's some coffee flavor in there. Or some cocoa that tastes like coffee. But I like it. This one is pretty good.
It's like chocolate.
I didn't even add anything. Normally I put egg pudding, but I got it the original way.
So I think the boba here tastes better than Tealicious and Gong Cha.
Yup.
But to be honest, when we went to
Tea
Gong Cha,
itself though is not as good, I can tell. It's not very tea. This just tastes like straight milk. There's not a lot of flavor.
no, mine has tea taste. Try mine.
Oh my god. No, not a lot of tea taste.
Really?
I taste more flavorings. There's more syrups in these coconut flavoring.
Well, I have some coconut flavoring.
Less tea. The other ones are way more.
But I think
tea
it depends
flavored.
on what you order. Because like when I order the black tea or oolong tea, I can taste better tea taste compared to if I order coconut tea. Like I feel like the Kung Fu Tea place, their tea flavor is actually pretty good. I would say it's comparable to Gong Cha, but I would say the Gong Cha Earl Grey is like super good. I really like the tapioca boba here, the pearls from Kung Fu. I think it is a little bit better than Tealicious. So based on your opinion, you think the boba at Kung Fu is better?
Yep, but the tea flavor is worse.
The tea flavor is not as good
And the
as
price is no good either. This
Why?
is like one of the more expensive ones.
compared to Gong Cha.
Compared to Tealicious, this is
But
way
Gong
more
Cha is
expensive.
more expensive.
It's like the same.
Tealicious is fast and cheaper, but I would say like they're not like the traditional boba tea that I used to have in Asia, versus I think Gong Cha and Kung Fu Tea, they're closer to like the real tea, the real milk tea with boba. It depends on what you want. I would say if you want to try different flavors, especially with like this Val drinks, like Oreo drinks, cocoa drinks and stuff, definitely I would say Kung Fu Tea is probably the way to go.
And I recommend the rose hip milk tea.
Their rose hip milk tea is so good, and their boba is really good, and they don't take a long time to make. And I haven't run into a situation where they don't have boba, which is good. But today they did run out of coffee and peppermint. The limited supplies, like it's everywhere, but I would say if you open a boba tea place, you better have boba.
8.5.
Okay, so far we tried Gong Cha, Tealicious, and Kung Fu. Which one would you rate the highest?
I prefer Kung Fu tea.
Kung Fu Tea number one, and then second,
Tealicious.
and then third?
Gong Cha.
Really? I thought you liked Gong Cha a lot.
I do like Gong Cha a lot, but I don't just get like normal drinks. I like to try all the different flavors. I drink boba all the time. Like, if I'm only gonna drink it one time, then I'd rather have Gong Cha. But since I drink it all the time, I'd rather have the flavor options.
I would say I love Gong Cha since I usually prefer the more original flavor. I would say normally Gong Cha is good, but in this scenario, in this experiment, I would say Kung Fu Tea number 1, Tealicious number 2, Gong Cha number 3. I feel so sorry for Gong Cha because they actually have really tea flavor. It's just my experience is not as good. And that was just my honest opinion. That was just this one-time thing. But for some reason, I'm still dwelling on the fact that
But she crazy.
I need my boba.
It's not that big a deal.
Alright guys, now we're gonna try the ArTea place. Basically, it's not just a boba tea shop. It has boba tea and it has food. Do you want some food today or you're good?
I'm okay.
Okay, so this is one of our favorite places in San Antonio. It's kind of local. I don't think it's a chain, but it's like really, really good. So let's get in. Let's try out their boba tea. And I'll share some of my previous food pictures that we got from this place. I absolutely love it. Let's go. Alright guys, we're here at ArTea. Sometimes I would love to come here for lunch or like a date night dinner. I think it's a great place. I highly recommend their Taiwanese popcorn chicken. One of our favorite things to order from this place. Let's go. Alright, ArTea drink. It's time for our review. So what did you get?
I got one of the special ones. Egg custard with red bean.
Egg custard with red bean. What's the tea? The
Milk
regular
tea.
The regular milk tea. So he actually got the regular milk tea.
But they added egg custard.
I got their specialty drink. Strawberry sea salt cream cloud. Has strawberry, sea salt, and it has this like
cheese foam
on the top. So 3, 2, oh, obviously he already drank some. 3, 2, 1, go. So good. How's yours?
I approve. I think they have good milk tea here. Has good flavor.
Let me try your tea. Do you think it's very tea-like tasting?
Yeah, I think it tastes. You can taste the tea.
This
one is good.
It's very tea-like. It's kind of like the Gong Cha one that's really tea-like. So how's your boba?
I don't get boba in this one. There is no boba.
Oh, mine's very strawberry. Because mine is not like the traditional tea. It's more like a specialty drink.
There's a lot of strawberry in that one.
Yeah, it's very strawberry. How do you think of the boba? I think it's a very good one. It's kind of big. It's like very fresh.
Kung Fu Tea boba is better.
I think this one is better than Kung Fu Tea.
I disagree.
So overall, how would you rate the flavor, the tea flavor?
Tea flavor is good. 9.
9 out of 10. Which one do you think has better tea flavor? ArTea or Gong Cha?
The same.
The same? So this one, the tea flavor is the same level as Gong Cha.
In my opinion.
In his opinion, obviously. And what do you think of the boba? The sinkers? They give you a lot.
They give you a lot, right? The benefit of this place, they give you a ton of the boba, the sinkers, the egg custard, which is highly appreciated.
How's the whole overall experience? How do you think they have like a lot of flavors?
I like this place just as much as I like Kung Fu Tea. They're the same to me. But the only reason this might be higher is because you can buy food here too.
Yes.
But that's not part of my review, so I can't really count that.
Yeah, so like
but it's a huge benefit to have food.
That is true, because like sometimes we'll be hungry, we get boba, but then like we're still hungry. And then I think it's really good to eat some food and drink boba as the dessert. So overall, like how high do you rank this place?
Same as Kung Fu.
Number 1?
Well, it's 1A and 1B.
1A and 1B, so they're the same level. Woo! I would say like...
Although it's expensive. This place is expensive.
It's more expensive than Kung Fu.
Heck yeah, it's way more expensive.
Yeah, and then it's really popular, and they do give you like a little beeper thing, and then once your order is ready, they beep you. I think that's really convenient.
But that's never a good sign, because that means it's gonna be slow.
I think the fastest so far is
Tealicious, baby. Tealicious is always the fastest. You don't have to wait at all.
Yeah, but like I would say for the boba itself, I prefer Kung Fu or ArTea. But in general, I think ArTea tastes better. Overall, I will rate ArTea number 1, Kung Fu number 2, Tealicious number 3, and Gong Cha number 4. So far, based on this experience, what do you think?
I already told you. ArTea and Kung Fu are on the same level to me.
How about number 2?
It's still the same. I didn't change it. Tealicious and Gong Cha. But I think Gong Cha's not really that far behind. It's just, I just like Tealicious better, a little bit better because it's cheaper.
I think I like Gong Cha. It's just for that one experience.
No more about the boba. We don't care.
No, but like it was so slow too. I would say if they're a little bit faster, like if the wait time is 5 minutes or so, I would take my co-workers to Gong Cha to try it as well. And also I want to add one thing. This sea salt cloud cream is just so good. Like I would say it's better than normal like the cheese foam. Like because this one is actually like sea salt. It's so good. So good. I am obsessed. Alright, the next place we're going to is called MochiNut. It's technically not a boba tea shop. It's actually a mochi donut shop. But hey, they also serve boba tea and it's a chain store in a lot of different states. So let's go in. Wow. Alrighty, let's try the MochiNut. Actually, I got so full because I had the corn dog. It was not corn dog, hot dog. The cheese hot dog. It was so good. Like it was legit good.
Korean hot dog.
Korean hot dog. It was so good. So I got the most basic 4-season oolong milk tea with no sugar, but with boba, and he got a taro milk tea. I really like the packaging. It's like super cute right here. I think this is like one of the best places during the date night because it's like so like hippie, millennial hippie, right? It's just like something novelty. Okay, let's try this. I would say mine is very tea-y. Is your tea?
Just tastes like straight taro.
Taro, let me try.
I think their bubbles are the same as ArTea.
I think their bubbles are similar to Kung Fu. I think they're big bubbles right here.
Similar to ArTea in my opinion. Not as good as Kung Fu.
I think these are the same size as Kung Fu. I think this is like, I think the tea here is very, very similar to Kung Fu.
The thing that is great though about this place is their drinks are cheap. These drinks are super cheap.
Super cheap.
They're only like $4.
$5.
Well, it's $5 once you add boba.
Yeah, once
but
you
they
add
start
boba.
at like $4, which is great.
I think for the price,
this place
this is like the
just
best
as good
value.
as Tealicious.
Yeah, I think this place is better than Tealicious. Almost as good as Kung Fu. The only drawback is there's not as much as flavor when it comes to boba tea because they're not like a boba tea shop. They're like mochi donut slash Korean hot dog slash boba. So
right, they do not specialize in boba.
Boba is not their big thing. Their hot dog is amazing and their MochiNut is amazing. We actually made a dedicated video review on their mochi, so definitely check it out. Linked it down below.
I do like them.
I really like this place. Their boba is probably not like the best boba compared to like Kung Fu or ArTea, but I think for the price, I think you get the best value.
Similar level to Tealicious in my opinion.
But I think it tastes better.
But cheaper.
I think it
which is hard to
tastes
believe.
better than Tealicious if you're into the tea thing. But I think Tealicious, they do have a lot of flavor.
Right, that's the best thing about Tealicious is they have like 100 different flavors. They only have maybe
I think
10
here they're
flavors
like a little bit more than 10. You can add different flavors. They also have smoothies. But I always like their tea just because I like the tea flavor. I just like that oolong tea.
And I like this taro. This taro is pretty good, really.
I think the
It's
taro
very
is really creamy. I think I like this one. Overall, I think this place will probably rank number 2 or 3 for the price, I would say. For the price. And
for the price, it's like number 1 because it's so
for the
cheap
price
and good.
and it tastes good. I would say number 1 is still Kung Fu and ArTea, but this place is probably like...
This is a solid, tied with Tealicious in my book.
Yeah, I think it's better than Tealicious, but if you want like normal, like if you want crazy flavors, go to Tealicious. If you want that original boba tea, like taro milk tea, Thai tea, those flavors, come to here because they're also like food. There's like a donut food or the corn dog or the hot dog food, but if you just want to drink, maybe Tealicious.
That's right. Thank you very much.
Cheers! And this place is in California and other places too. It's
It's a chain restaurant.
So yeah.
So that's why you
I would
can
say
go to this
it's
place
probably
anywhere.
pretty consistent. In San Antonio, there's one at Days of Allah and one at Stone Oak. So come support. Bye!